Isn't Tonya amazing? So I'm so glad that you got to hear a little bit of her story. Now we're going to move into more about BeeKonnected and the connection generator. So hang in there. I'm going to share my screen again. Here we are.
That I didn't learn until I was like 38. So I'm like, my kids are going to learn it early. So that's kind of the real secret to me, is the connection and then paying it forward. I love it that Scott's always talking about how he connecting somebody and helping them, you know. And I think you're just like that, Sandy, right? Yeah, she's a huge connector. So it's when I meet somebody, I'm like, what is important to them? And then how can I help them with that important thing? So a friend who's amazing, and he just has a book coming out in June. And I'm like, fantastic, let me help you promote your book. And he's like, you're going to help me? And I'm like, I know a few people. And so just saying that, it endears you to somebody, because most people never have anyone ever say that they'll help. And that kind of brings us into BeeKonnected. You know, we love supporting organizations like the Santa Barbara Hub. We were just on last night with the Philadelphia Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. You know, we've got all these incredible groups that we're connected with, including our upcoming Global Conversation Amongst Women, which we have 7 different organizations all coming together to have a conversation. It's very cool to think about, how do you even connect groups together, right? It takes it to a whole different level. But that's one of the reasons that I started thinking about the whole BeeKonnected idea. Is I've owned multiple business networking group organizations, sold those, had the Public Speaker Association, sold it. But my whole desire the whole time was, what do you mean you don't know Sandy? How could you not know Sandy Goe? Where have you been? What rock have you been under, right? Somebody that doesn't know Scott Schilling, I'm like, that person really is under a rock. You know, he's like all over the place. It's how do you connect people together? And when I started realizing that that's one of the things I love doing, is connecting people. How can I help others do that? And then how can I multiply that out where they're actually helping each other? And that's where the whole BeeKonnected idea came from. I'm also always working on an app. I've owned website companies, app companies, and I started realizing that, the algorithms of a dating websites, they're connecting people for love. What if we just connect them for business? Because they'll love each other. So that's where BeeKonnected came in. So I'm going to run through a very quick kind of overview about BeeKonnected, so that way you can see what we're up to and how are people using our platform to do everything I just talked about, to connect to the biggest connections, to connect with the leaders that are out there, the speakers, the people who have radio shows, TV shows, who have conferences, you know, people that can help you move your business along really quickly. Sound like a plan?
Sounds great.
So first of all, we are now in over 40 countries. I think it's like 47, isn't it, Scott?
I believe that is correct.
And we just launched last year in September. So we're pretty new, but by far, no way are we new, right? I mean, we've got the most amazing people. We have around 3,000 members already, all over the world. Mostly here in the United States and in Canada. We do have to give them that, but we're quickly growing in the UK and Europe and all over the place. So here's me, you know, I told you a little bit about my, you know, why I started BeeKonnected. I did this not alone, because this is such a huge business model that I knew I needed a whole team. So I immediately went to my friend, Mr. Johnny Reed. JR has had my back. Like I've just haven't experienced very many people. Scott Schilling is another gentleman that has always, if I needed something, they were there to help. And I also have a big belief that if I have an idea, it cannot just be my idea. It also can't be from just my personality. So Mr. Reed is a Marine. He's very strategic. He's very analytical and completely different than me. So if I could get him to go, this is a really great idea, I knew I had something really big. So he was like, oh my gosh, this is totally fantastic. Okay, he didn't say totally, but you get what I'm saying. He was like, this is a big business idea. Then immediately we went to Mr. Schilling, and I was like, you've got to be involved with this. I mean, he's spoken on so many stages all over the world, and he's even sold more from stage than most everybody on this planet. Mm-hmm. So I knew I wanted him to be involved. I asked my friend Tracy Repchak, who has spoken in like 39 countries, has been in Forbes 23 times, won presidential awards. You know, these are the type of people that I wanted to kind of in my inner circle. And we are now in the midst of creating an app. We're in the midst of doing so many really cool things, even groups and things that we can do. Everything is like in huge motion right now. So it's very exciting. So what we're going to cover today is about the connection generator. So that's our incredible tool. It's an algorithm and artificial intelligence, like I mentioned before, about dating apps that is now a business app for us. So that is our special, unique secret sauce. So we're going to cover what that is. We're going to talk a little bit about tools and membership benefits, world-class coaching. Oh, you're going to be just amazed at that. And then if you want to, you can stick around for an affiliate program that we have, because we know a lot of people want a side gig right now. So we'd love to give you more insight on that. So Sandy, I know that most people are looking for definitely clients, customer leads. What else are your peeps looking for?
Let's see, I think exposure. They have a passion of serving their ideal client, and it's like, okay, how do I reach them? And you know, speaking opportunities I know are limited because of the COVID issue, but meanwhile we have, you know, the internet, and we have an awesome webinar program at a really deep discount. So I think, yeah, it's mainly exposure, reaching the clients, ideal clients.
Yeah.
And I really encourage collaboration, and nothing's impossible. We can put together our own workshops or our own conferences.
Yes.
So
love it.
please send your comments if you have any more suggestions or particular needs that you guys have.
Ms. Repchak was even there with me. I completely forgot. So
we're here to serve you.
Some of you may have even got to meet her. You know, you hang around with really cool people that the knowledge that they have is just mind-blowing. You know, Scott, you and I talk about it all the time, how you're like, oh my gosh, we just talked to so-and-so and they do this. You know?
It's amazing, you know, when you have access to friends through relationships, it's amazing how the information flows so freely, and there's so much opportunity out there.
Yeah, love it. All righty. So let's talk a little bit about the connection generator. How does it work? And even though it's incredibly complicated on the backside, right? All of the ways the artificial intelligence changes and looks at what you're doing and sees what you're saying as far as all of the things that you're putting into your profile. It's so smart, it makes it easy for us. It's a simple process. You can just simply click a button. So let me show you how it works.
Okay, so that was a little bit more about how the connection, BeeKonnected came about and how it's rapidly developing. And we're even going to be working on an app, and we're working on even a worldwide conference that's coming up. So now the next video that I'll be sharing is a portion on the connection generator. And you have the invitation, it's by invitation only, to try it out. Just click on the link that we will be providing, and you will have access to a free trial if you want, or you can jump right in and be part of the community. So tune in. Okay.